We proceed with the problem number 4, which clearly says a rectangular plate of negligible thickness of size 35 mm in 20 mm has one of its shorter edges in VP, with that edge inclined at 40 degrees to HP. Draw the top and front views if its front view is a square of 20 mm side. Let us try to understand the data first. It says is rectangular lamina 35 mm and 20 mm. Between the two, 20 mm is the shorter edge. He said the shorter edge should touch the VP, should be in VP. That means the 20 mm shorter edge should touch the XY line in the top view. In the top view, if you touch XY line, you are touching VP. In the front view, if you are touching XY line, you are touching HP. So he says the 40 mm shorter, the 20 mm shorter edge should be in VP. With that edge, it is inclined to HP at 40 degrees, he says. At the same time, the problem says the front view should appear like a square of 20 mm, 20 mm. A rectangle lamina, the true shape, should appear like an apparent shape, 20 mm, 20 mm in the front view, not in the top view. Let us have a small preamble about the views. If we have a rectangle lamina in this manner in the top view will be a rectangle, front will be a line. If you make the lamina inclined to HP, top will appear like a smaller figure. You can go up to as if it appears like a square. It becomes a smaller figure. Whereas if we have a lamina in this manner, perpendicular to HP, in the front view, parallel in the front view, the rectangle will be seen. If you tilt in the top view, the front will appear like a smaller one. That means regular front view will appear smaller front view if you make an inclination in the top view, whereas regular figure will appear smaller figure in the top view if you make inclination in the top view. So we make a small conclusion here that if you want a regular shape of lamina appear smaller shape in the front view, start the figure in the front view. If you have a regular shape of lamina appear like a smaller shape in the top view, means start in the top view. I just given a note for that. If regular shape of lamina appears a smaller shape in the front view, start the answer in the front view. If regular shape of lamina appears a smaller shape in the top view, that means start the answer in the top view. Present problem, a rectangular lamina should appear like a square in the front view. Start the figure in the front view. Rectangular lamina is the true shape, square is the apparent shape. I'll draw here the rectangular lamina in the front view. I'll draw here rectangle in the front view and get the top view front view. It is a 35 millimeter by 20 millimeter. I have taken 20 millimeter left hand side. That is the rectangular lamina. The rectangular lamina. In this manner we have 35 mm and then 20 mm. Let me name this as A, B, C and then D. The dimensions, I can just look at the dimensions. Dimensions are very clear. We have the dimensions. So length is 35 millimeter. Length is 35 millimeter. Whereas the width is 35 and then 20 millimeter. This is actually the true shape of the lamina. Let me project and draw the top view. The top view could be touching VP or in front of VP. Either way we can take here. I'll draw here top view touching VP. The entire lamina is touching VP. So if you see the top view, we'll have here A, we have B within brackets, that is D, C within brackets. So front view top is drawn, lamina is parallel to VP. This appears like a square in the front view, says 20 mm square. If you want the rectangular lamina to appear like a square in the front view, the top view should be inclined. What angle to be inclined, we do not know. We'll have to find out. Draw here the locus lines. Draw here the locus lines from the previous front view. Make here 20 mm square. Draw here the front view, apparent view. 20 mm square, the apparent view in the front view. This is the apparent view, apparent shape. Name them accordingly: A, B, C and then D. And let me clearly indicate the dimensions. This is 20 mm and the length and but this is also 20 mm. This is also 20 mm square. That is the square lamina, the apparent view. If you want the rectangle to appear like a square, the top view should be inclined. What inclination we do not know. You draw the projectors from the apparent view. Draw the projectors from the apparent view. Measure AD. Measure AD with the compasses. You cut off between the projectors the same distance. Measure AD, cut off between the projectors. This is the length of AD. This is the length of AD, cut off between the projectors. We have here A, and that is B. We have here D, and that is C. See, this top view measurement, this top view measurement is same. Now, if you want, you can measure this angle. You can measure the angle. If you want, you can measure the angle. This angle is nothing but the phi angle. Now, rectangular lamina 35 mm, 20 mm. I had drawn the front view and the top view. It appears like a square. I just found out what angle to be inclined so that it appears like a square. I have found the angle also. Then this edge, why I am touching BP means that is 20 mm. 20 mm. AB 20 mm. This is inclined to HP at 40 degrees, inclined HP 40 degrees. Same square, you reproduce here at an angle of 40 degrees and get the top view. So draw here the line of 40 degree angle. This is the line of 40 degree line. A 40 degree line. Reproduce the apparent square. Reproduce here the apparent square, 20 mm square. Reproduce 20 mm square in this manner. 20 square. This is nothing but your apparent shape. Apparent shape is reproduced. Name them accordingly. We have here A, B, C, and then D. A, B, C, D. Project and draw the top view now. Project and draw the top view. Draw the projectors from all the four corners. Draw the projectors from all the four corners. Draw here the locus line. Locate the points A and B. So we have here this point is A, B, we have this point is B, C and D, we have the point here C, and we have the point here D. We have the point here D. Join them in order. AB, then BC, then CD, and then DA. The apparent top will be of this nature. The apparent top will be this nature. That's the final answer. It says, as per the data here, a rectangular lamina of 35 mm, 20 mm appears like a square in the front view, which I got it, and the edge which is touching is 20 mm shorter edge. That is inclined HP at 40 degrees. So that's how we have here the apparent view, and which is tilted by 40 degrees. I given a note for such problems. If regular shape of lamina appears smaller shape in the front view, start in the front. You should remember this. If a regular shape of lamina appears smaller in the top view, you should start top view. This will help you how to start the figure, how to go about with the apparent view, then tilt the apparent view. This is the final answer for the present problem, wherein a rectangular lamina appears like a square in the front view, and the shorter edge is in VP. At the same time, the shorter edge is inclined HP by 40 degrees. This is the final answer.